What better way to spend a Saturday afternoon than this game that we have in store for you right here? Nearing the midway point of this season, Week 5 in our coverage of EA Sports College football. It's the UCF Knights and the Houston Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Hey guys, Houston's head coach told me right before the game this is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So UCF's offense will go on the attack first. And here comes Alonzo Barnett. He's trying to bounce back from a 4-interception game in their last loss.
0-1 draft is selected.
They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring deep.
Maybe a crease. The 20. He's at the top, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Knights!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
15 options, pad against is selected.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cougars offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week
breaks into the open. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Cover 2 man.
And tell you what, watching Houston a year ago, man, they really did a great job on defense. And then when the run game was going and Connor Wigman throwing in the running game, they really could take off and play good games. Now, bringing in Hughes from Oregon, they're hoping to get now that 1-2 punch with Wegman, Palmer, that can get this offense to the next level.
You really do have to be impressed with head coach Willie Fritz and the job he's doing here in the portal, trying to bolster what he already has established. You mentioned the defense and you mentioned quarterback, but you know he wants to be physical. He wants to run the football. Mekhi Hughes is a guy that can help them do that, and so it's going to be really interesting to watch this Cougars offense this year as they try and navigate the Big 12.
And the ball comes to rest right there.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5.
Drive by corner.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Knights come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Watson. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Give to the running back. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
And that puts him directly at 100 rushing for the day. He's shown you a little bit of everything, right? Shown you the speed, shown you the quickness, the ability to break tackles, and obviously some durability to now get up to 100 yards on the day.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And play stop for just a second as there is an injured Knight on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He wants to change this route. Grabbed behind the line, it's Thomas. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
The Knights, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the air, it's Barnett. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Knights will have it 1st and 10. The give on the option. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Yeah, this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet, and they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
Makes the catch. It's Wade. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding...
Caught, and he's got room. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from pay dirt.
And this offense early, man, just clicking on all cylinders, right? Like, great job putting play after play together. Play that works with the next one, that works with the next one. And it's been a clinic on this drive so far.
Entering play call, favorites. There are 8 categories. Inside cross.
The Knights trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. In the red area, it's Watson. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. He will not get there as the defense stopped him again.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll run with Watson, and he breaks the play. Touchdown, UCF!
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
He'll try to tack on
there are
one
8
more.
categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's straight. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Cover 3 match.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Makes a catch. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play.
Makes a grab and room to run. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Houston wants to play fast. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Young. Touchdown, Cougars! He got a step and just dusted the field. Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. Entering paused screen, you have 12 options. Resume is selected. Entering play call, coach suggestions.
The AT unit on the field.
Categories.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. You know, they make fun of kickers for not worrying about contact, but that's about as rough as it gets. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
Entering paused screen, you have 7 options.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They've got a first down here to open the period. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success, but on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Knights will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work.
Entering play call, first 3, nickel. 2,
here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Just what they've hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I think we got a little bit sloppy on that route. You need more separation if you're going to give your quarterback a better target trying to complete that in throw.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Pulls it in. It's Thomas. And play stop for just a second as there is an injured Knight on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue.
Entering play call, 2 to 4 low, 3, cover 9 showed you. Left on 2 man.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Firing to the right, complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw.
Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Houston. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6
extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Makes the grab. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Second down coming up. Running inside, it's Watson. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. With the catch, it's Farmer. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. Caught behind the line. It's Farmer. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for space. It's Simon. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Knights will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it. Picks up the first down, and he might have a little extra. That looked like it'll be roughing the passer. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. The run inside. It's Hughes. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They'll go hurry up here.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hughes. And they knock him down, but he got past the line of the game. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. To the air. It's Wegman. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Caught over the middle. It's Young. Tripped up for the tackle.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Coach suggestions.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Flood rail. Drive.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with a score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Simon.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
UCF wants to take a moment. They use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the number 6 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's Mississippi State able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And maybe, just maybe, this win helps them turn their season around. They get back to 2-3 on the year. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. As for your game and an interesting first half, let's take a look at the numbers of note. The numbers sometimes can be telling, but I'm not sure how to view these stats and get a great read on the game so far. I do know this. The team that does a better job of taking care of the ball in the second half has the best chance of coming out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin.
You have 5 options.
The Knights will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's straight. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, the Cougars head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they have got to use this home team's energy and enthusiasm to their benefit. As you know, this game has a lot of implications. It could separate them in the conversation for the college football playoff, but they have got to have a little better performance here to start the third. We'll see if this home crowd gives them the energy that they need.
Thanks, Holly. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Sets up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. It'll be third and long. Running and inside. It's Hughes. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a fourth down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. The give to the back. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. They booted away on 4th down. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. To the air, it's Wegman. They get to him as he throws. Immediately fires to the middle. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Cougars have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Might have a chance. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Off play action on 1st down. Caught near the sticks. It's Walker. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense, their heads spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Here's a heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Caught. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Options 5, 4, 2, return left is selected.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Fires to the big fella. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Gets the back moving. Here's a give to Watson. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Played high.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Watson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Barnett. Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. Turning it on. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Entering play call. Favorites. There are 8 categories. Play type, trap, counter, STR.
The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll go to the counter. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Play call.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Empty drive wheel and DBLs.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man in the middle. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
The Knights have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Simon. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal.
Run, trap, there are 12 categories. You have 5 options. 0-1 trap is selected.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish.
Formation, trap, there are 12 categories. You have 5
trailing
options.
And getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Watson again. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, what a great job by this defense. Never giving up, man. Gave up some yards, get inside their own 1 on 4th and goal. And what did they do a good job of? Getting pushed, man. The big boys getting in the backfield, getting penetration, not letting the hole even open up, and they get the big 4th down stop.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Cover 3.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play. So there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
The run inside. It's Hughes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run.
Got a little grass. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
Cover 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Left on 2 men.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Back to pass. It's Weckman. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Houston will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. Wants to bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26.
Entering play call. Track parallel categories. You have 5
now
options.
The UCF offense ready to go back to work. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Quickly complete.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg to differ.
Entering play. Nickel. 3-3. Wide jack. Left on 2 men.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. So the defense sets them up for that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. Caught in the backfield. It's Young. Could not make his way to the corner.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
all you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Got him downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Entering play call, coach suggest. Call timeout is select. View highlights is select. Instant replay. Entering paused screen, you have 30
They'll try
options.
to add another to their lead.
Selected.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
Entering
quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. And here's the return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stops. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That is how you step up for a defense right there. Force the turnover. Let's not make this thing get close, right? I got a 2-possession lead. I get the ball back with, close to 3 minutes remaining. I'm sitting in a great spot. Offense, go get me some first downs.
Entering play call, entering paused screen. Challenge play is selected.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned.
Entering play call.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. Previous play will be overturned. Got it, looking for the first down. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Man, that's exactly how you draw it up. You want to drop back. You want to play coverage. You want to make sure you don't give up a big play. You got to lead in the fourth quarter, but it also involves you tackling well and a nice job rallying to the football and making the tackle.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. This time he's got his man. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. It's complete to the left. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Makes the grab. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together, first and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to get it in. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Entering play call from play call. Favorites, there are Hank, DBL, Hank.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Well, I like the thought process, right? You're trying to force your opponent to at least have to score a touchdown to come back and win this one. You don't come away with a 2-point conversion, but you're still feeling pretty good here late in the game.
Entering onside kick.
The clock is at 20 seconds left to play. They'll line up for an onside kick to try to pull it out. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those